Welcome back, folks. We are about to head right into the new dungeon, the final dungeon. I haven't selected it yet because I don't know if there's going to be some dialogue there, but let's get right into it. Alright, this dungeon is basically called the Street with Everyone's Theater. Sort of like how Memento is his Everyone's Dungeon. This is Everyone's Theater. Hey, welcome Buzzkiller. I think this area looks really cool. I guess you can't see it. In the cutscene where it was introducing this area, it definitely had like the Inception thing going on where the street sort of wrapped up to the ceiling. This is pretty cool. Ooh, wow. Okay, I thought it was really lagging for a second there. Interesting, these doors are like big piles of film. That looks really cool. She's like, whoa, what's this? It's really jammed. It's really jammed together. Looks like a pile of scrap metal. Or scrap wood, rather. He's like, kind of an idiot would leave this stuff right in our way. True story. Okay, yeah, so she says it looks like it'll be a pain to get through. We'll have to find a detour. He says, "No, let's just bust through it. This is weight training." Boy. Listen here, you musclehead. There's no way we can do that. She says, "Will you allow me to destroy it?" This one too. She says, well, that's not a terrible idea. But it looks like it will be hard to get through with only our strength. So maybe we need to find something to bust through it. Yeah, maybe we can find something useful. Even if you say that, it doesn't look like there's anything around here we can use. Looks like we're gonna have to find a detour after all. We should mark it on the map for later. Yep, okay. Alright, we got our final, possibly final, new thing, which looks like a pile of rubble. Welcome to the wonderful movie world. I wonder how many of these are unique. I wonder if there's like some secret sort of Easter eggy kind of movies on these. posters. Oh, okay, and these are our shortcuts, I guess. Oh, it's just a dead end, okay. He says, yeah, it's a dead end. There's all kinds of posters stuck on this wall. Oh, she says, oh, this movie poster. You know this movie? Is it famous? It's... Oh, she says it's not it after all. It just looked a lot like a movie that I like. I think he's saying, oh yeah, what kind of movies do you like? It's hard to explain. She says she likes movies where you can tell that there's a lot of love put into the direction of them. She likes movies where just watching them fills you with happiness or fills you with feelings of kindness. It doesn't matter if they have big stars or a big budget. She's just saying that she likes movies that make her heart sing, as it were. Hey, that sounds like a nice movie. You got me interested too. I think he's saying it's obvious that you would make a good director. But the movies around here don't seem to be like that sort at all. Yeah, she says, I think we're all in agreement the movies around here are nothing like that. Yeah, okay, she's saying we've got to stop Enlil. Alright. Let's keep doing our best. We're gonna get our first battle here, I think, in a sec. Yep. Ooh, very good. I really just like that move. I mean, I guess we can use Hikari's new move to unbind Queen, but I don't know that actually no, that still won't let her use her move next turn. That's too bad. Alright. Ananta. So my Navi persona, or actually my battle Navi persona, who's that? Who's Rise, right? This skill here gives me a full heal, gives the whole party a full heal at the end of combat. It's not quite as broken as, what was it, Victory Cry? That gives you the full HP and SP. But, on my other Navi persona, we have this skill, which gives back SP for every step you take in the dungeon. So this is a really good setup right now. We got another wild card. I still haven't unlocked the ability to use these, but they allow you to transfer skills from your from a sub persona to your main persona. I'll probably unlock the ability to do that in a side quest soon. Oh, okay. Rainbow flavor? Rainbow color flavor? This is probably a new popcorn recipe. think that was Masakunda. Oh, Marakunda. So we're at that's actually better, as long as we don't get hit. Ooh, I see an FOE on the map there. Okay, we got some more rubble. Kind of an ugly looking silhouette. Oh dear. He's like, hey, is that an FOE? He looks pretty tough. Growl. She says Koromaru is much more on guard than usual. This is probably a pretty strong enemy. It looks like it won't be any. It looks like things aren't going to be getting any easier now that we're out of the. Yeah. What are you looking at, Koromaru? Okay, he says if the FOE is looking this direction, we need to be careful. We should run away, Joker. Yes, I agree. Okay, so he moved. Is he not going to move back? Oh, interesting. Okay. So he's just going to keep following us? That's not what I like. Oh, okay. Interesting. So he can knock down the rubble. He's like, whoa, what was that? What was that super loud noise? Yeah, he says, I wonder if it was the FOE destroying that rubble. Let me verify that. Oh, amazing. The rubble is in fact gone. Just as planned, we found something with immense power. Okay, so he says, it looks like even if it is following us, we can still make use of that. Yeah, so the FOE can destroy a rubble in its path. Whenever we find... Let's see. Yeah, whenever we find some rubble, then we should see if we can find another FOE that we can use just like this. Okay, make sure to use that to your advantage, Joker. So now the question is, does he keep following us? Okay, he does. Okay, I hope we can finish... Okay, I'm actually gonna run from this fight, maybe? Since we have advance. Because I don't want him to catch up to us. Oh, okay. We're gonna go ahead and scoot out of here. Okay, so it doesn't seem like there's any other way to go. We need to get him over to this, the first rubble we found. Alright. Ooh, we got Mabufudine over here. Or no, not Bufudine, Freydine. Nice, good upgrade. Oh, and that's it. That's the end of her persona skills. Interesting. She says the wind seems to have picked up quite suddenly. Okay, yeah, she says it must be the wind, basically the wind cutting against the edges of buildings because there are lots of buildings around here. Although, I think Enlil was the god of wind, among other things. Yukari says, this wind is way too strong. Let's see. It's whipping her hair around, I think. Teddy's just saying, everyone feel free to go ahead. I think he's afraid, maybe. He's like, we were already gonna go ahead, so... Shay says, hold on, what are you trying to pull? It's the man's job to lead, so get going. Yukari's like, ugh. Teddy is just saying, why you gotta bully me? Daba says, don't worry. I'm interested to see though if this wind has like some mechanical effects. Oh, interesting. There's actually a blower right there. Gah, this wind, it's too strong. Teddy's saying, it's ruining my precious hairdo. Or whatever. Oh, wow. I'm floating. What is this? Good grief. A wind so strong it could lift up a person. Let's see. Yeah, I think she's saying it must be coming from that hole over there. So I don't think we'll be able to continue this way. Oh wait, did it? Oh, it blew us over here. Interesting. It actually blew us across the gap. I didn't even notice that, if you see on the map there. Yeah, he says this is a world of endless making. Who knows what we're gonna find up ahead. Don't let your guard down. Interesting. So once we're here, we're out of the wind, obviously. But as soon as we go over, it's gonna scoot us over here. And it looks like there's actually a gap between these buildings. Like we can't obviously walk past over there. So I should probably mark that. Lion got charged up. Whoa, that looks awesome. Ah, okay. That Fredine attack looked really cool. Ah. Okay, yeah, there we go. That's a good idea. Oh, come on. Knocking Queen down. Yeah, you need to go. Alright, no lucky crits, but we should be good in this next turn. Just barely. Shikioji, I already have you. Get out of here. Nice, and we got Bless Boost for Daisojo, which I think is going to make him broken. Okay, self-recovery from binds up. Speed up. I can drop Diarahan, I want to say. Magic Bind, Circle. These are all pretty good, honestly. But Diarahan doesn't really benefit me all that much. So. So I'll put the arrow to show where the wind is coming from and the circle to show where it'll put me. I think that's going to be probably the most useful thing. That's kind of neat. Look at this. The let's not go through yet. The shortcut is a projector showing what you're gonna see on the other side. Oh, well, not exactly, but it's a cool idea. The implication that there's another person in every one of these theaters is really pretty neat. Yeah, pretty much.
を狙おう。ジャンヌ・ダルク。ここだ。ナイスチェ。ここだ。決まった。すごい。ここはペルソナでダメ押しよ。大丈夫、ちゃんとやるよ。いっちゃうかんね。いくよ、ともえ。今だ。決まったね。ペルソナ。
That looks really cool too.
これもまた私。これをお見舞い。お見事ね。ジョーカー、おめでとう。
やったな。あとはプロテインを
調子いいみたいだな。このまま行くぞ。
Oh, we got our special chest.
宝箱よ。
Oh, this floor is actually not that big. That's kind of interesting. It's very narrow.
よし、前進だ。その通りね。大丈夫か。
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay, I see.
僕に続いてください。
I wonder if we're gonna have to like turn off those vents at some point.
使うやつがいる。防御スキルもしっかり使ってね。藤川さん、了解。
行くぞ。そうじゃない。
必ず倒せるわ。私も頑張るね。弱点つけるよ。大丈夫、ちゃんとやるよ。あいつが狙い目じゃない？やるよ。敵が強くなった。力が出ない。
ジャンヌ・ダルク。
一撃必殺。ちえちゃん、すごい。やっちゃった。リシカル。ここはペルソナで。
Man, does this lion guy not have any weaknesses?
シエ先輩いいぞ。
I guess I've never hit him with
今
ice.
の私は一味違う
Interesting.
からね。
やってやる。
気を引き締めましょう。チャンスは逃さない。この敵なら 行くよ。あいつを狙おう。ここだ。ナイスチェ。
There we go.
ご覧遊ばせ。ノアール、その調子。ここだ。決まったね。そうこ、終わりにしよう。我が奥義、受けてみよ。
お宝か。
So far, the battle difficulty in this this dungeon is way less of a like huge jump than the previous one was. He says, I was noticing this a minute ago, but these doors are made of film, aren't they? I'm not really sure what the second half of this says. He says they're all over the place. So Yosuke is talking about like either what the rules or what the materials are. I think probably under what rules this world is created. He's saying when Nagi, or now Enlil, introduced herself as the manager of the theater, I don't think that was a lie. She's saying, I don't know. She's talking about the other people who, just like her, are sort of stuck watching these warped movies. As long as they're trapped in these movies, they'll continue doing so, I think. That's what she said. They'll never be able to cut off those unpleasant memories. Yeah.
なるほどな。
I think they're saying that the movies that these people are forced to watch, they only seem to have negative. They're only sort of engendering the negative memories because they've been edited in that way. Yeah, she says it seems like the films have been edited. Okay, so Akechi is saying, Hikari was saying she remembers her father editing film like this a long time ago. And then Akechi says, so these films are being edited maliciously, essentially. And she says, that's no good, I can't forgive that. Sorry for getting so excited all of a sudden.
Yeah.
He says, say whatever you need to say, even if it is in a loud voice. So she's saying that movies can be used as such a... They can be used as such a force for good. Even if she was depressed or tired, then watching a good movie could give her the strength to push on until tomorrow. That's the kind of movie I really love. What's wrong? Never mind. Let's go. Hey, hey! What the heck was this for?
早く行くぞ。
範囲攻撃使うやつがいる。防御スキルもしっかり使ってね。サンキューリセちゃん、了解したぞよ。必ず倒せるわ。どんなやつかな。大丈夫、ちゃんとやるよ。いつでもオッケー。やるよ。一撃必殺。ナイスよ、里中さん。そういうの反則でしょ。ここだ。
The bird debuffed Chie and she was like, hey, that's cheating. Alright, we got, I think that was the Magic Up 3 passive skill. It moves you so fast, it's kind of hard to see that you've actually moved at all. Let's see. She sees the stairs. Oh, is this it? Oh, interesting. Huh. The floor kind of becomes an escalator? That's kind of neat. Phew. Let's see. Looks like there's still a ways to go. Are you alright, Hikari? Do you need to rest? Thank you, but I'm alright. He says, the more we're walking along this path, along this film, the more depressing it gets. I can't believe Enlil would consider this world to be a salvation. Okay, so he's saying she's providing a world for those, providing a world to those for whom reality is too hard. That does kind of feel like a salvation of sorts. But he says, but even still, I can't accept it. If you keep running away from your troubles, you'll never resolve them. That is, that will come into play in Ken's story, won't it, in the future? She says, I feel that way too. I think so too, now. She didn't used to think that way. I feel the same as everyone else. Woof. He says, still, to think that Nagi... He's like, she was so kind and pretty and helpful. I thought of her as an older sister, as the ideal older sister. Keep that kind of talk to yourself, she says. He's like, no, it's, he'll use this term, a man's romance, but I think it's not like in a romantic sense. It's like, you know, what he thinks of as being manly. So he's like, no, that's like the ideal, you know, that's a man's romance, is like finding a safe harbor like that. Huh? Sorry, I didn't hear you. He's like, you're letting me down, like you're abandoning me. Aiga says, "Oh, Junpei taught me this once." Or maybe taught me something once. She says, "Hey, Blood Rose Sakura." She says Junpei apparently taught her that she should treat him as lower than a grasshopper. I hope I translated that right, because I would have expected some sort of strange reactions, but I don't see one. No, she says, "Oh, is that the case in your world too? Because my Junpei said the same thing." He says, "Way to go, other me." He's like, no, no, no. What kind of request is that? Okay, so Akechi is saying, so this is the hierarchy, is it? Anyway, Mikuru is saying, we're looping back to the task at hand. We still need to get after Enlil. So Fuka is saying that even when we were sort of facing off against her there, she didn't seem to have any animosity towards us, any hostility towards us. Maybe she's just overlooked us. Maybe we're not... maybe she doesn't consider us a threat. Kari says, I think you might be right. And Hamako says, I think she was telling the truth when she was saying that her intention was to try to rescue, or try to save Hikari. Okay, so he says we haven't done all we can do yet. Essentially, sorry, but all that talk of salvation didn't sit well with me. Alright, well, let's keep at it. We'll definitely stop her. Yep, leave it to the Phantom Thieves. He says, special investigation team will do our best. Theoretically, Karmar says, so will the Seas Brigade. Yes, that's what he says. Hikari says, so will I, because you are all my allies. Working together with everyone is kind of fun. She says, I want to be able to bring my own story to an end. Or, that sounds dark. But basically she wants to be the actor that finishes her own story as opposed to having other people do it for her. She wants to stand shoulder to shoulder with her allies, with her neighbor, and march towards the same goal. Okay, let's move on together. That's what allies are. He says, "All right, let's." This is our battle to the end. And he says, "We believe in you." Well, let's do our best. Oh my gosh, there's so many people saying the same exact thing. He's saying... okay, no, he's just saying... I think he wants to maybe combine all of our group names into a single name. She says this is kind of like a crossover movie. Okay, I guess it's just, explaining what a crossover is for people who don't know the English word, which is what they used. Okay, she says, enough talk, let's get going. Okay, everyone at this point is just telling Junpei to get going. One thing I could do without in this game is... oh, that's a cool stairway. One thing I could do without is the fact that you can't just say, alright, let's go. You have to have like 4 different people say it. Let me take a quick break. I need to go downstairs and take some food out of the oven. Okay. I actually already ate, but I got off work late tonight, so my meal prep time is overlapping with my stream time, so I just needed to get some stuff out for later. But it's going to be burrito bowls, so I have like a taco beef or taco steak kind of thing going on. Rise says, hold on a sec. She says, I think she says the wind isn't blowing here, but it's still reacting to the wind, or it's still, maybe she's getting a reading of wind. So he says, I wonder if we could use this to guard against the wind tunnel device. Okay, so she said it's in the way of the wind, but it's not being reacted. It's not reacting to it. Fuka says, it seems like that seems to be the case. We should be able to use this as a wind stop. Okay, so he says we should put a mark on the map. Alright, I will design a new icon. Leave it to me. Alright, so we actually have another icon. So it's the anti-wind wall icon. Interesting. Oh, I see. It sort of kind of snaps to the edge there. Oh, okay, I was just expecting to get behind it, but apparently there's no way to do that right now. Joker, look at this. There's some kind of device on the floor. Do you think it's safe to stand on? Let's do it. Alright, he's pumped up. Hold on, Akihito. Okay, she's saying we need to think this over first, but I bet Teddy jumps on it right away. Or Junpei, maybe. We don't know what would happen if we touch it. But I'm really curious. Yeah, she says she's really curious about it, though. Hey, Chie, you want to try getting on this? What? Me? What if something bad happens? He's like, yeah, didn't she just say don't do it? She's like, I know she said don't do it, but I kind of feel like I should do it. He's like, well, I mean, there's no other way. I guess you can try it out. Alright, Joker, we'll leave it up to you. So it kind of looks like a pool, honestly, like a swimming pool. Right in front of a movie theater where swimming pools usually go. Alright, so yes. So it changed the anti-winds device. The icon is different now. She says, did anything change? Doesn't seem to be. Let's ask the Navis. What do you think, Rise? Fuka? I'm sorry about your Wi-Fi there, Sakura. It feels like something changed. I wonder if it's the anti-wind device. Oh no, she says the wind direction feels like it changed. Interesting. So, okay, so he's not impressed. I wonder if it could be that. If it could be related to that equipment we saw earlier. What do you think, Joker? Let's go check it out. I already know that that's what happened because I saw it on the map. I'll use the blue diamonds for the equipment pressure plates. Let's hope we get lucky here. I don't want to eat another Heaven Strike or whatever it's called when the Golden Shadows bind everybody. Yikes, that was some huge damage. Yep, there we go. Divine Punishment. Oh well, I guess. Nice. I'm glad I kept that, I'm glad I kept that passive on Daisojo. Because now Queen is fully healed after only one turn. Subarena? Subarena? I don't know what this guy's name is in English. I guess we should go back and check out that device just to see what it actually does, even though I know it got triggered. Okay. Interesting. So she says the wind is blowing from a place that used to be... that it didn't used to be, I guess. So, okay, yeah, so the equipment we found earlier really is for operating the, operating these wind stop devices or whatever. So, if we can manipulate the way the wind is blowing, then that should also increase the amount of places that we can go. Make sure to use it well, or use it wisely, I guess. So, okay. Interesting. Did it just blow us away? No, it didn't. We're right here. Okay, but this is no longer blowing. Okay, I see. So they're not... I shouldn't be marking these with arrows. I should be marking them with the new icon that we have now. Because the switch sort of toggles the ones that were on, off, and the ones that were off, on. Got another FOE up ahead. Or maybe not, because this doesn't look like the same thing. Yeah, they're not the same thing. Okay. Okay, we got another of these big guys. But maybe he won't move unless we go right in front of him. Why do I feel like he just tried to cast Stona? I don't want that.
ちえちゃんおめでとう。調子いいみたいだな。このまま行くぞ。
So I can get really close to this guy. As long as you're not in front of him, it looks like it's fine. Whichever Navi skill I have that's giving me like really wide range for shortcut detection and all that, it's pretty nice. Okay, so I'm going to need to turn that one on in order to get over there. Which actually looks like it's the stairs down, right? I think it's right there. Okay, so this is... Oh, there's nowhere for us to go. Interesting, there's a wall right there. Nice. That is such good damage. And I don't think she even has an amp on. I think she just has a nuclear boost. Alright, so we're full on items. I should probably head home soon. Alright, this guy's bad news. Actually, this is perfect. We're at the hour-and-a-half mark. I found a nice shortcut. And we're all full on items, so I think we're going to head home. That was pretty good progress, actually. I was not expecting to get to floor 2 already, but that kind of gives me hope for maybe finishing the game this week. We'll see what happens. I do want to get it done and then maybe make a video review before the official English release. So I will probably stream in addition to the other 2 sessions this week. I'll probably do one on Saturday as well, but we'll see. So thanks everyone for hanging out, and we'll catch you on the next one.